3 red flags to pay attention to when dating. Hello ladies, thanks for tuning in. Before we start, please like and subscribe. Today I want to talk about 3 red flags that you need to pay attention to. So the first one is that he doesn't stand up for you. So for example, someone is mean to you in front of him and doesn't say anything, or maybe you share a story with him where someone has been mean to you or rude to you and doesn't show compassion. You see, this is important because if he wants to date you and he wants to be committed to you, he needs to be a great person, and a great person is a guy who is kind and a guy who is compassionate. You see, trust me, I want you to be with a man who is kind and compassionate, because when things are perfect, of course you won't struggle too much, but when things will become hard and you will have challenges in your life, I assure you that you won't care if he's funny or not. What you will care about is a guy who is kind and compassionate and who supports you. It's at the beginning of the relationship that you'll be able to see all of those things. He needs to be kind. You need to make sure that the guy you date is as kind as you, if not more. The second red flag that I want you to pay attention to is how he speaks about his ex. So first of all, if he calls all of his ex crazy and all of that, you need to ask yourself if the girl was truly crazy or if he got her crazy. You see, men will call women crazy, but in reality, they are the one who got the women crazy by cheating, by lying, and all of that. Something else that I want to mention is you need to pay attention to how he speaks about his ex, not just calling her crazy. Sometimes they are still in love and they will tell you actually that they are still in love. And many women, when they will hear that the guy says that he's still in love, and sometimes the guy will talk about his past relationship and say that it was the best relationship ever, and to this day this was the best. And women will take it as, okay, I need to make sure that our relationship will be better than what he had with his ex. They will see that, okay, they will think that, okay, now I need to compete with what he had. No, you don't have to compete, because if it was his best relationship and he's still saying that this was his best relationship, then you need to break up because he hasn't healed from his past, okay? He's still in love with his ex and you need to let him go because he's not ready for you. It's not a place for you to compete or to be jealous of his ex. You don't date for that. His past is his past. It's okay if you had exes, because you had some too. That's completely normal. You are 30 or 25. It's normal to have a past. Like, it doesn't matter at all. But the problem here is him putting on a pedestal the relationship that he had with his ex, because now it's going to trigger a lot of anxiety for you and you will think that you are not good enough. And also, one thing that you need to pay attention to when it comes to his ex is, like, when he speaks about her, he's still very emotional about it. You need to pay attention to that. If he still has feelings for her and he's still extremely emotional or even sad, maybe he's still, healing from his breakup, and maybe he's not even in love with his ex anymore, but still have some pain and wounds to process. You need to let him go, because this is not the right time for him to date. He needs to heal first. You need to know this. Most men, when they break up, they don't spend, a few weeks or months to process and heal. Men, when they break up with their ex, they move on to another relationship as fast as possible, because there's nothing worse for them than having absolutely no girl in their life. So yeah, they can break up today and tomorrow, or even on the same day, they're already looking for a new girl on Tinder. So pay attention to that. Doesn't mean that they are ready to date and to date properly. So most men don't take time to be alone and heal and understand what didn't work. You need to make sure that the guy you're dating is emotionally available. Another red flag that you need to pay attention to is how responsible he is when it comes to money. A man can be extremely generous, he can make good money. Doesn't mean that he has stocks and is financially secure. Some people are extremely good at making money, but doesn't mean that they are good at saving and investing. You want a man who is good at making money, but also good at multiplying money. Because if you want to start a family, you want to make sure that he's really good at that.